You are 37 years old. It is on you, Hamp, with a wife and children, to stay out of atmospheres where idiots may invite you to suck their dick. That's on you. Yes.
Yeah, and so I think another thing that people got to realize is wife and kids is wife and kids. But if you have principle, and what happens is they make us vulnerable and weak to where we start to forego our principles. And I feel like that's an overall issue. Like, for instance, if a white boy call me a nigga, I'm going to punch him in his fucking mouth. And ain't no wife and kids going to stop me from doing that. And I think the problem is we let these things overcome our principles and values. And in this world, nobody speaks freely anymore because they worry about repercussions from others. And then therefore we forego our principles and values. So I'm just saying the world got this way because men became so soft worrying about some shit as opposed to standing on principles and values.
No,
but Hat Dog, ain't part of your principle and values take care of your offspring?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What do you think is gonna be priority with me then? I gotta make sure my son and my daughter are gonna be good. I can handle whatever comes my way. They can.
Yeah, no, I understand what you go ahead.
I mean, look.
I think as a man, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. As a man, you don't want to walk away from a fight, but as a father, as a husband, you also have a duty. So, I mean, which one, you have to make a decision. Because I agree with you, Hank. I think a lot of dudes are just plain old soft. And I think families and being married and being in long-term relationships have a way of making you soft because you now have something to lose, right? You can lose something now. But at the same time, you are still a man. You still think the same way, right? You're not gonna be disrespected. You're certainly not gonna be disrespected by a person who you can whoop their ass. You know what I mean? Like, but you stuck. It's catch-22. Which one do you pick? And most guys, I agree with Hank again. Most guys are gonna choose their family first, and they just gonna have to eat the fact that they got disrespected. But it's gonna bother them. When they go home, it's gonna bother them.
Can we get back to the purge real quick? Because that was where we were, and I think that the purge, this purge that Hamp is talking
get Jeremiah in too. Go ahead.
This purge that Hamp is talking about will take care of Q's disposition, because right now that shit where she's talking about I'll fight any man. What responsible man up here leaves the house with that? What responsible man leaves the house talking about I'll fight any man? Dude, I'm a Marine, a martial artist, and a boxing coach. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want to fight any man. I'm not out here trying to prove my point against any man. Why? Because I don't have a point about masculinity to prove. Masculine lesbians do. And it'll get your ass laid out.
Uncle Jeff, you're right. Uncle Jeff, sorry.
Go ahead,
basically, like, just to say what Hink said about men needing emotional regulation, I think that kind of balances that out, because I don't want to retaliate against a woman knowing that could be somebody's sister, daughter, girlfriend, whatever the heck, because I know how I would do about mine. Like, personally, I don't have kids. I'm so young. I'm 25. But my sister, if somebody was to go in and really put their hands on my sister and like try to like do something harmful, I'm gonna go and retaliate, because I'm like, you're a man, bro. Like, take it up with somebody else who's equal or equivalent. Don't like. I just think that's I don't know. That's whack to me to go and put your hands on a woman, but unless it was called for.
Just make sure you do a thorough investigation before you go put your hands on a man.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, question.
I think it's principle, bro. That's my principle personally.
So Jeremiah, with a man, white boy call you a nigga, right?
Yeah.
You saying you would let it slide, right?
Yeah, it depends. Are they talking to, like, if they're talking to me personally, I'm gonna let it slide because it doesn't offend me that much. But if they're like lashing out, like my little sister calling her that and like really getting on her feelings, as a man, I'm gonna defend like the like I said, the women. I'm gonna defend, not saying that like a woman like just any old woman, but like my little sister who I know doesn't have a father in her life, who's looking up to me for. I want her to like to see me and like expect that for her man as well. I don't want her to think that it's cool that any man's just not gonna come to her beck and call. But like what Uncle Jeff said, I'm gonna also teach her, like, if you run at your mouth, I'm not gonna help you. I'm only gonna help you if this guy's really like trying to like take your life or whatever. And I'm gonna, like how he said, I forget the brother's name at the top right. He said I got to do some thorough investigation. Trey said I had to do some thorough investigation to make sure that she wasn't at fault. So if she is at fault, I can't help her that much because then I'm in wrong.
Gentlemen help ladies. There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm just wondering.
Concisely.
So let me ask y'all. Let me read it real quick. Stanford Henson, what's popping, bro? He said men have become too emotional. And Crown Reese, what up though? He said, very powerful topic, Risky. Peace to all the brothers. So let me ask y'all a question. Are y'all letting niggers slide?
I have before. I just gave you an example of the time I let a dude before because I had a scholarship on the line.
Okay, so you letting niggers slide, Jeremiah? You say yes, right?
No. Okay. If he's saying it in like a hurtful way, I'm not gonna fight him, right? Like, because I'm not gonna let it slide.
Hurtful way? He called you a nigger. We think if he whispers it means something different.
No, but you know, like somebody.
Oh no, I mean, that's different right there, though.
Whatever, but if he's saying it in like a derogatory way, I may not fight him, but I'm gonna check him. Like I might get in his face and be like, "Say that shit again." I'll spit on him or something, but I'm not gonna go and like swing on him first.
God damn!
Spit on him, you might fight.
Damn.
Okay, look.
I'm waiting for him.
Hold on. Let
Jeremy, Alabama.
Let Jeremiah. No. Hold on. I'm going around the room. Let Jeremiah answer.
Your blood ain't from the south for that shit. God damn.
Jeremiah, I'm spit on. I ain't gonna punch you. You might as well punch him.
He's gonna be fighting.
Yeah, you got to fight me. Fuck that spitting on me.
I like that though. That'll get it started.
Exactly.
Mac, you letting niggas slide?
No. Hey, look. I live in Montgomery, Alabama now. That recent riverboat fight literally is less than 2 blocks away from my office building right now.
Wow.
Now, mind you, here's the unique thing about that fight that a lot of people don't know. Yes, that brother was trying his best to just do his job. But here's the thing. Now, anybody that's old school know this. Did you notice after they did the whole jump, right before they jumped him, he kind of bagged up, he took his hat, and then he tossed it. At that point, look, everybody know at that point, man, all right, I'm about to lose this job, I'm about to lose this job, and he went to fight. Now, true, he got jumped, and then like the rest of the squad came. But no, I'm not, look, even when I was about to get into a fight, one time, my wife saw it, and my wife but no, I'm not letting anybody slide.
All right, thank you.
Hey, that sounds so goddamn disrespectful.
Hey, he started it. He started it. Hey, Uncle Jeff actually been doing good today. I ain't even have to hit that one for Uncle Jeff. Hey, every time I hit it,
I'm working on myself.
Hey, Uncle, every time I hit it, you cuss me out in the process of landing the plane too. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you hit that button. I got something to say. Y'all don't want to hear it. That's on you. So, all right, who ain't misogynist? Are you letting niggers slide?
Back in the day, no, I wouldn't. But right now, I really don't give a fuck about that word because I don't really associate myself with niggerdom. So, but it was a time when I was 19 and I was smoking a J with my white friend in South Carolina.
Damn. Fucking runway.
I do not care about you and your white friend getting high. So Massager said he is letting niggers slide. Okay. All right. So he's letting niggers slide. Okay. Hank is letting niggers slide. Jeremiah tried to act like he was until he said he gonna spit a fucking loogie in his face. So he ain't letting niggas slide. Go ahead.
And when you said you didn't put that word in there, I just thought, I'm thinking you talking about just letting them slide. I was just on fighting at one time, but nah. The word, I might have to slap the taste out of his goddamn mouth.
Hold on. Hank. Which one is it, Hank?
Yeah,
Which one is it, Hank?
I want the truth.
God damn.
I'm gonna put this big ass Paul Bunyan hand on his goddamn face. Fuck it.
Shit like that.
Trey, are you letting niggas slide?
Nah.
Oh my god.
Hey, I got demoted once in the Air Force. The first time was because I didn't let it slide. Nah.
Word. Shit like that.
Shit like that. Shit like
Uncle
that.
Jeff,
like
are
that.
you letting niggas slide?
Thank you. No, but how I handle it is different. Okay.
15 seconds. Go ahead.
15 seconds. If you just rode up here in your fucking pickup truck, you finna get these things. If you a manager, I'm finna do it with the pen, cat daddy. I'm finna do it. I'm gonna do it the right way, and you'll be lucky to get a job as a fucking dog catcher 500 miles from here. That's what I'm doing.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Oh man, who's up here first? Unlikely, you still there? No, he said they were doing something. Uncle Rick, I think, was he on for email? Yeah. Uncle Rick, are you letting niggas slide?
I don't care about that word, bro. I move in honor, right? So to tell a quick story, when I was in the military, my but my platoon sergeant called me nigga. I was like, facts.
Platoon sergeant got to try hold of your internet.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
When I call all my guys, hey, I got a white boy at work. I call him nigga. What's up, nigga? Words don't hurt as hard as a fist.
Put him in.
Words don't hurt like a fist.
Were you in the Army, Rick?
Yeah, I was at Fort Benning.
Yeah, I heard platoon sergeant. I was like, yeah. Thank you for your service. I'm a Marine.
You as well, sir.
Yeah. The truth is,
I gotta ask E. I gotta ask E, and then y'all could go off. All right. E, you letting niggers slide?
What you gonna do? 75 fights?
1,000%, 1,000 times. Yes over yes over yes. Why would I let some racist dude trick me out of my bag? Well, absolutely, I'm letting it slide.
Yeah.
Pimp talk.
Listen, it sounds awesome, you know. It's just that your principles leave with that bag. That's just my assessment about a lot of this shit. Is that this money and this cancel culture has left niggas weak as fuck. And I'm talking about men. I'm talking about men, not even just black men. Because everything that we amass, and I get it. I'm not saying sacrifice it, but I'm like I think it just steers us into a weak place overall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you guys are wrong. No, I'm not letting shit slide.
I agree with you. I understand the principalities. It's all depending what your principles are. You see what I'm saying? But again, it's also what type of standards you hold yourself to really as a man. You know what I'm saying? Is it about the words or is it about the disrespect?
For me, it's about the disrespect, because I don't want them saying that to, like, Hank. If someone says it to you versus someone saying it to your daughter, completely different, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's about, like, I don't want it to lead to my family. I don't want it to lead to my younger brother.
You there? Hold on, I'm just trying to see. E. I don't know if he dropped off or not. Yeah, I can see you in the back, but I can't see you on the camera. You there? He keep dropping on and off. My bad. Oh yeah, that's a good question. So, Uncle Rick, if they call your daughter a nigger, what's your response?
Oh, that's a different conversation, because my daughter not here. What you talking about her for?
No, like if she was there, like you was on the scene.
Oh well, I mean, if she was there on the scene.
No, like let's say you at McDonald's and somebody say, somebody come get this nigger bitch.
Oh, I'm taking off on him.
Oh, right.
Like that.
Oh, my
like
God.
Shit like that. Shit like
I'm taking off on him. That's a child. You see what I'm saying?
And when I tell the story in jail, I'm going to get everybody's honey buns.
No,
I'm going to be the fucking man for what I do.
Listen to what I'm saying. And I think what y'all was talking about earlier, right? Give me a couple of minutes, right? The thing is that and this is where the argument of traditional, this is where y'all fuck up the traditional argument. It used to be a kind of ceremony with boys, right? You either learn to scrap from your dad or through your cousins or your brother. You know what I'm saying? You had to go through those wars, right, to get your shit up as a young man, right? Nowadays, because of the way, like you say, the cancel culture, the weird shit, right? these little boys, they don't even have these ceremonies to go through to learn about honor, right? Or learning about sometimes you're gonna get your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna be on top, sometimes you're not gonna be on top. So when they do get into a situation like that where it does become physical, they don't know how to handle what was he saying? They don't know how to handle the feeling of, hey, this just happened to me. You know what I'm saying? This what I keep telling y'all. You can't pick and choose what you want from tradition, right? It's called a tradition because it works, right? Most cars are traditionally made with combustion engines. You know why? Because they're the most efficient, right? Yes, they come with their headaches, right? You got to maintain them. You got to get an oil change, right? But it works. But what society wants to do, they want to pick and choose from the traditions of society that work, and it'll never work that way, right? Young men have to go through. They have to go through fights and struggles to become men of character, and these kids don't go through that. That's the little boy, the little king boy. Oh, boy, you got dropped off to your grandmama's house in a Bentley, nigga.
So, question.
So DJ, I switched phones. Did that sound better? Is that a lot better?
Yeah, you solid. Well, E, you were in the middle of talking, then you got cut off, I think. So, you were saying that you letting them call you nigger 1,000 times.
Yeah. Like what I'm saying is that I'm separating myself from that situation. If I see for a fact that somebody got ill will, they ain't got nothing by me, I'm gonna pack up my stuff and go. I'm not too man enough that I can't walk away from a situation. So I'm 100% cool. I'm 100% cool with walking away with the situation. I ain't gotta prove my manhood to nobody, and I'm cool with leaving. Like I don't have to fight. And I think some people feel like they have to fight if they hear that word.
Well, yeah, I was saying I think you should fight. Massages, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to tell my story because it was more like a parable into, what is the best suggestion to handle that situation. The cops got called on me and my friend by the neighbors. We were smoking weed. He's standing on his porch going off calling me, oh, I don't want these niggas on my property. He was talking about me and my cousins. That when we was in South Carolina. Now, the 19-year-old would have fought with the exception that there were sheriff officers in between us. And if I had touched that white boy, that white dude up, I would have went to prison. I would have went to jail because the officers didn't even correct him when he said that. The best thing to do now, white people are not afraid of you putting your hands on them. They are afraid of you going after their pockets. So next time a white man comes out of his mouth reckless and calls you a nigger, call your local lawyer and say, hey, you know what? I have a video recording of a white man blatantly and explicitly calling me a nigger, and you sue the pants off. That's the only way that you can scare white people into not saying that word.
You can't sue nobody for saying nigger.
Yes, you can.
What do you sue them for? Emotional distress?
You can sue them for
you can sue them. You may not win, but
emotional distress.
What's the First Amendment, though?
It is a limit, yes, but you can.
I'm saying you have to overcome the photo.
You're taking them to the wrong court.
The establishment y'all were in, if y'all
You're taking them to the wrong court.
But see, hold on a second, because y'all. All right, listen, man. The society is suffering from all this woke ass. I don't want to lose all this shit. Let's pursue this money. We ain't getting no better. We've been getting more money. But look at the principles and values that we lost, and that are lacking. And I'm saying that these women ain't scared of physical violence because men is pussy now. So not only are they not scared, y'all niggas ain't gonna do shit about it anyway. And they know that shit, and now they talking to niggas like we ain't shit.
I got it. So basically what I'm telling you is I have a friend who just got tricked out of $150,000. White boy called him a nigger. The white boy took him to civil court and he got $150,000 out of it. Some of these dudes know that they can get you to pop off. And I get it. If you broke, sure, pop off on them. You ain't got nothing to lose. Cool. But once you start getting to certain realms, especially like when you start talking about people who's making a certain level of money, you would be crazy to just go off and just start punching people in the face. It's almost like you just want to write checks for people.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
So just have an ass whooping fun. Just put some money to the side for the ass whooping.
So I'm listen, just real quick, right? Because I'm not being irrational, right? I'm just saying that, yeah, all this money has made us super duper weak, and these principles fall for fear of losing the bag. Our families make us vulnerable, and then we steady complaining about women not respecting us. But we letting motherfuckers run around and call us nigger, suck my dick, nigga, you a bitch. And now when women perpetuate it, you surprised? That's what I'm saying.
All right, so the rest of those I don't know, right? The rest of those I don't know. I do look at it as the plight of the black man, right? Because I made a deal with myself that I was never going to react to somebody using the N-word. I've only dealt with it twice, but when I watch it happen to other people and the situations that I can recall from it happening to me, the one thing I notice is that every time I watch it happen, it's when a white person is backed into a corner and they have nothing else to use against you. They're gonna call you a nigger, so you start acting like one.
It's a nuke.
So we have a responsibility for that particular situation to not react. Like I will look over my shoulder and be like, who you talking to, nigger? I'm gonna say the shit right back, because what they want you to do in that particular moment is I'm losing the moral. I'm losing right now morally, socially. It looks like I'm in trouble, so I'm gonna get them to start acting like they're the one in this situation that can be progressive. I don't want my children to react to that word, because let me tell you, financially, I ain't no nigger. Academically, I have more education than any white person talking to me, more than likely. So they're using it to try to dumb me down to a level where they now have the advantage. I'm not reacting.
Trigger Mike, do you think the fact that you... Well, real quick, Trey, and then you can jump in. Do you think the fact that your heritage is different allows you that level of not giving a fuck about it, because you are Nigerian and you are what, second generation, first generation born?
And I think I'm better
than your lens is different,
right?
But do you think
I'm
your
better
lens
than them anyway? So it's a mindset thing, absolutely.
But who though? Better than who? The white people?
White people, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But also, like, is there a disconnect?
There is. I don't have it in me.
Bad, Trey, you can get in after that. Go ahead,
I wasn't
Mike.
taught to react to that word one. Never let anybody call you nigga one. In fact, my teaching was opposite. When it comes to like those words and those type of things, it's almost as if the way I was taught is that you got to kind of be sneaky about these things. People don't actually get away with it. You just don't react in the moment. You see what I'm saying? You don't react when there are cameras around. You don't react when you can give that person the advantage. Because, you know, I'll go around and I'll do some crazy shit to somebody, but I'm going to be like, not here. I see what you're trying to do. You got yours coming, you know. So I'll exercise a little more patience, but I understand that everybody doesn't have that patience because they were taught that word is supposed to charge you up, and you don't let that person win in that moment.
Go ahead, Trey. Oh, let me acknowledge this real quick, Trey.
Shit like
I appreciate you, my brother. That's a hell of a response.
Shit like that. Shit like
that.
Just
became a member. You heard? Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, I mean, didn't black folk try this already? Didn't Martin Luther King do the non-violent thing? Haven't we already been down this road of, you know, when you get disrespected, we're not? Haven't we done this already? It didn't
shit
work.
Like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Oh shit! I understand about consequence. When the consequences is immediate and swift, people have a tendency to respect you a little bit differently. If you say something, you pop off at the mouth, and I immediately react, and it's a consequence, I can guarantee you more than likely won't try that again. I believe in nipping shit in the bud immediately. Even with children, even with my daughter, I don't wait until they happen. I take care of it right then and there, right there on site. I don't wait. So I understand where you guys are coming from, especially from the sense of you have something to lose. That makes sense. I get that. But I can't get with that. If you're gonna say it, if you have the balls to say it in my face in public and disrespect me there, then I'm gonna react right then and there, and I'm not gonna waste any time. And I'll deal with it. I would much rather hire a criminal attorney later than trying to hire some civil litigator to take you to court and sue you for punitive damages and emotional distress and all this other nonsense.
So I want to ask you some questions then. So you saying that you run into a white dude in public, he called you nigger, you popping off on him, no questions asked.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, do you think that will hurt you financially, or you think money's not that important?
In that case, I'm not too worried about it. I've done the proper asset.
Let me ask you, Trey.
Hang on, Trey. Yeah, my bad. I've done the proper asset protection. I'm broke, baby. Me, this guy right here, ain't got no money, none. I ain't got nothing to my name. Nothing is in my name at all. Nothing. I'm broke. So go ahead and sue me until you blue in the face, because you ain't gonna get nothing, because I ain't got nothing.
Control everything, own nothing.
But that's cool. Listen, Uncle Jeff, if I didn't have anything, I would have been like Trey too. I wouldn't have that. But I got something to lose.
Okay. You got your shit set up wrong.
No, I don't. Listen.
Yes, you do. Everything in your name can be taken from you. That's what separates you from Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Cuban. None of the shit you see them with is in their names.
But that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation.
Let's be real.
Wait a minute. He's talking about the real sacrifice, because that's what I'm talking about too.
Okay.
I get it. Trey is smart. Uncle Jeff, like all that stuff is dope. And we need to take heed to that. I'm not dismissing it whatsoever. But E's point is also the reason I'm saying, like, yo, niggas got kind of pussified. Go ahead, Trigger Mike.
So
Gunny, what up though?
I think there's two
greetings all.
Yeah, what's going on, Gunny J. Wells? I think there's two facets to this. All right, because there are dudes that get tried. I think we're oversimplifying it. Some of the reason people get aggressed upon is because they look like they ain't gonna do shit. They have an emotional reaction, and it's not the right one. But I can't get moved with words. And I'm actually trained to be like, where's the weapon at? Where's the weapon at? Like, I'm looking for the exact situation where I can actually react, because that's the only thing that can get me to react.
Mike, question. I wanted to ask Rick. He said something similar. I want to ask you, and I want to make sure I get Gunny in, because Gunny was talking shit to me in the chat. Words or fists hurt more?
Fists.
Okay. So you rather get punched in your face or hear your wife tell you the last nigga she with had better dick than you?
I'd rather get punched in. Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You said it right. You said it right.
I wouldn't care if my wife told me that.
Nah, get the fuck out.
Get him out of here. Hold on. You actually making my point though. Him.
I want the truth.
You're making my point though.
This nigga's scared.
Only certain niggas get that shit said to them by their wife. I'm not.
This nigga's scared.
You see what I'm saying? The same dude that's gonna sit there and
Mike. You know I love you, right?
Same dude.
Stop it. You know I gave you a hypothetical. Okay, I know that, right? It's a hypothetical. I said which would hurt worse, and you answered correctly when you said you would rather get punched in the face.
Well, getting punched in the face would actually hurt worse. Yes.
No. The pain from that nigga was slinging dick and you ain't will never die.
Yeah. Your eye will go down, but that cuckoo you'll never fill up, because in your head every time you touch it.
Apples and oranges, man.
For decades.
No,
for decades.
No, y'all. Hold up, though.
Come on.
With the whole N-word thing, man, it's like the dude doesn't have to. That's what I'm saying. You can let him win the battle, like you can win the war. And I heard when you said he calls your daughter something, clear your daughter out the room. Like, one thing I don't want to do is I don't want my children, my daughter or my son, to see me have that type of reaction in front of their face. Take them to the car right now. Like, if my wife's right there, take them, move them out of the way right now.
The son too?
Yeah.
Nah, he got to see. They need to
So
perceive.
let me tell you why though. Ham.
Yeah, I agree.
Children cannot. Or in fact, what we haven't learned is that the lessons that we're trying to teach children and even some adults cannot interpret nuance. So there's some nuance that I need to teach him on why I did that. As a child, he may not understand it and fly off and hit one of his classmates in the face the very next day. We can't teach nuance to kids that easy. So of course I can go and explain to him why I did it, but I'm not in control of how he interprets it. Now he's just hitting everybody that says bad words to him.
That's good though. Now you just teach it in reverse. Okay, so like my son got the same name as me, so I'm like, well, he got a nickname. So I'm like, yo, Big Chug. Okay, good job. That's a good one too, but now you got to understand why you used it. I'd rather teach it in reverse. I want to teach him, you get in my personal space, swing first. And then I'll start to teach you the lessons. But I'm not teaching that bullshit. Get hit. If somebody hit you, hit them back. Go tell the teacher. You tell the teacher the first time. And you tell the teacher, listen, next time, I'm going to put my paws on them. That's it. I can't continue to perpetuate this weak ass shit that we've been saying for this long.
I feel you. It's like a different type of teaching. That's
real talk.
Right? So I look at it this
way.
Hold
on, Trigger Mike. Gunny looking at me funny, man. What's up with you?
Once again, greetings, DJ Ham. Greetings to the panel. What you said earlier was completely irrational.
Get him out of here, man. Trigger Mike, go ahead, finish your point, Trigger Mike.
Look, I know it sucks. No, go ahead, Gunny. Go ahead.
No, Trigger, I wanted you to finish. I did that on purpose. That's my man. But go ahead, Trigger. Finish your point.
Go ahead, Trigger. Good.
All right. So I feel like I'm trying to be a great parent, bro, and I realize that ineffective parents will teach their children to react. Effective parents will teach their children to be methodical, but great parents teach their children not be there in the first place. So, it's like a sense of heightened awareness and situational awareness that I want my son to have, because let's be fucking real. My name is Trigger Mike. I'll end the whole shit. Everybody dying if I go off. So I'm going to be the most chill dude in the room at any time. If you see me fighting or dudes on the floor or people with bullet holes, just know the worst thing anybody could ever did, they just did to this man, because he aired everybody out.
What happens if you come in, somebody in the house with your wife, Mike? What happens?
Oh, but remember, everybody I'm not responsible for what happened. Everybody dies.
I love that.
Everybody died. Y'all ever heard of blacking out? That's what blacking out is.
You muted, DJ Ham.
My bad. So Trigger, real quick, and I'm gonna let Gunny. I want Gunny to get in. So I'm calm, like overall in terms of my demeanor. And if nigger doesn't make me mad, there's principle, right? If you use that word, I'm punching you in your face, and we can go to the park or the ice cream with the kids in the next 5 minutes. But you have a consequence for what you say, and I'm dealing out consequences. I don't need to get on no Incredible Hulk shit. I'm just saying, like, this, then
go with that.
Yeah.
Just go with that. Combo, no substitution. Niggas go with knuckle sandwich. That's
you feel me? That's all I'm saying.
Going to the part with your black ass, you punch me in the face. You good now? No, I ain't good, nigga.
Well, so I actually don't have any. I don't have any white friends. So, but just generally, like, nigger. Sorry, what was the word? Right? Oh, I said nigger, and I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth.
We got two ways to look at this.
We can roll
the
up.
The word only got power that you give to it.
Unless she say his dick was better than yours.
Of course, that shit, I'm gonna react. I mean, what the
saying?
I'm not about to lie to you.
No, it's good. Gunny, what's up with you, man?
Hey, what's good? Well, in both examples, the example that you just gave, Trigger, with the whole relationship thing, let's say she does say that, right? She says that. Yeah, the best thing to do is to walk away from that woman. That's the best thing to do.
Period.
If someone calls you the N-word, the best thing to do is to walk away. Am I going to allow someone, because of a word, to throw my life away? It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with being scared. It has nothing to do with principles. It has everything to do with maintaining a certain amount of discipline and prioritizing what's important over what isn't important. The fact that he called you a word that could possibly land you in jail and take you away from your family to me, that's insanity. It's irrational. Conflict resolution skills is what we should be teaching our men. Conflict resolution skills. And we have to get away from this. You're being the P word or you're scared because you don't walk away from somebody who just said something to a word. I'm gonna throw my life away over a word. Make that make sense. So you punch the guy in the face, right? You punch the guy in the face and you go to jail. Then what? What point does that prove? That's what I don't understand. Makes no sense to me.
Simple assault.
It proves that the next time you decide to foot your mouth to say some shit like that, you already know what's coming. There's a consequence to your actions.
Okay,
here's my
why do you care? Why do you care whether that person learns a lesson or not when you're taking away from your family?
I have a problem with this argument because the other side isn't being taught conflict resolution. They're not doing it, but yet we always have to be the bigger person. So he gets to drop the N-word, but I gotta be the bigger person. He gets to be degenerate and disrespectful, but I gotta be the bigger person.
I wouldn't even say
it's not about being the bigger person. It's about having priorities in life.
Conflict resolution.
My priority,
bigger person.
It's about having priorities. My number one priority as a father is to be there for my children and to be there for my wife and my family. That should be my number one priority. Everything else should fall below that. But you're saying that is above my.
I get what Gunny's saying because like then he feels the need to like, oh, I can do this and I can take him away. I can provoke him enough to get him away from his family. Then that's an issue.
Okay, can we agree that there's no right answer here and no wrong answer here?
No, there is no right answer.
No right or wrong answer. I think number one, I put the link in the back chat so that forever and ever after you watch that, you're gonna have to subject yourself to whether you're acting in ignorance or not. KRS-One fully breaks down the etymology of that word. When a white man I'm not going to go into what the word truly means and how it got fucked up. Let's just stay here. When you are white and you use the word nigga to describe me, you're not telling me about me. You're telling me about you. With all the pain that your forefathers have pushed onto that word, with all the shit that your forefathers have loaded that word with, for you to use it means you are telling me that you, number one, like somebody brought up here, that's his last bullet in the gun. That's his last. When a white man call you a nigga, he ain't got shit else. That's the scene in the movie where you run out of bullets and you throw the gun. That's it. He's out. He's out. He's telling me one, he is spent. He's telling me two, that whatever he is spent over in his ignorance, he wants to make me hurt. He's not telling me about me. He's telling me about him.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you win a victory by not reacting. And here's the thing. I'm not.
I don't know about all that shit.
Hold on. I'm not even saying I wouldn't react. Here's the funny part. The way I do shit now, and the way I do shit now is that you got to move shit to neutral ground. Right? People, they're doing it to embarrass you. They're doing it to win the situation. In fact, it's white women doing that shit now. You can see it on everything on video. They'll get backed into a corner. They're no longer right. They have no moral victory anymore. Nigger! And they expect a person to do something so outlandish that they can gain all that morality back and look like they're the victim. So naturally, social media did this to us. We can say like, oh, y'all use that. Look at the context in which you do it. You didn't start with it. You ended with it. So the way I go now is like, all right, pop that word off, but I really want to slap this dude. Hey, you trying to go outside? I don't want to do this in front of the people. I'm not like that. You can't get me off my square. You trying to go outside? And watch their whole demeanor change. They about to be like, no, buddy, you heard what I said. No, let's do this outside, right in the parking lot. All right, we could tell the cops it was a neutral bout. We could do it right out there. You want to do that? So, like, I would encourage men, for especially because of that word, to have a much more controlled response. All right, and hopefully he pulls out a deadly weapon so I can send his ass to his ancestors.
That's why I think if we vote, I would vote myself to be in charge.
I would actually put you in last because we all ended up in jail behind Ham's leadership. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Wow. Golly.
We're going to be talking through the cell. What was that movie? Life?
Thanks for the faith. Good gracious.
I want to address Uncle Jeff and his soliloquy. All that sounded great, and I wish he was still here about KRS-One breaking down the N-word. But we use the N-word too. Black folks, before the black man blows away another black man, what does he call him? He calls him the N-word too. So are we really that offended by the word?
Yes.
Are we really that offended by it?
That's why I'm not offended by it.
Yes.
Have y'all not noticed yet that Hamp just like to fight?
No. Have you ever heard
that shit yet?
Have you ever heard of a hypocrite?
Yes.
Okay then.
Hamp like to fight. He like to slap
nigga.
Are we saying black men and white men are the same?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. But even if you want to make that argument, hypocrites exist. I can say, nigga, you can't. If you say it, you get a consequence. We just like we tell these hoes, I can go fuck 1 million bitches, but you can't do it, or else you're a whore. So I mean, come on, man. We use this argument all the time about what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. Come on, man.
Well,
J-Dub,
my fault. Go ahead, Ham. Do your thing, bro. Get your money.
Shit like that.
J-Dub get the 5 membership.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Whoever got blessed, the key is to maintain it. You heard? He knows better with the $2. What's poppin'? I agree with Trey. Shit will be handled right then. And no, I don't want to fight. I don't feel like getting beat up. See, I don't go in the fight assuming I'm gonna win, but I'm shit. You gonna have to give it all you got. You know? Plus I'm getting old. KG, you been listening?
Yeah, kind of.
My bad, Hank. I just wanted to act because you just jumped up here. I got you, Hank.
No, you good. You good.
KG don't be long-winded anyway. Go ahead, KG.
We ain't got to land the plane on the brother.
Nah.
Give me a little. What was the question?
No, we just saying, you know, are you letting the word nigger slide?
Hell no.
This is insane.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
This is insane.
Hold on, go ahead, Hank. Gunny.
This is insanity.
Hey, Gunny, remember you still got to show me how to hunt.
No doubt. I ain't gonna let nothing slide.
Yeah, KG ain't let shit slide.
Well,
go
look,
ahead,
man, I don't use that word, the N-word anyway. That's just not my thing. I don't believe in calling another brother that. I just don't do it. It's just not my style. But I understand what y'all saying, though, for sure.
Yeah, word. Beans, what's popping? You still there?
What happened, Church?
What, you there?
Yeah, I just want to clean my glasses real quick.
Oh, okay.
What's happening?
Oh
no, we
whole Negro spiritual up here. Oh no.
Yeah, Beans on. So Beans, we were just. So Gunny said we are insane for be willing to fight over the N-word.
Yeah.
What you think about that? Trigger said we was wilding. The misogynist said he would, but now he wouldn't. Gunny said we are insane. So are you letting niggas slide?
Absolutely.
How come?
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, KG, I don't know if you drive a foreign, but if you do, can you just write it out that after you kill the white dude for saying the N-word, did I get your car? Like, let me get that about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, listen, I think it might be a product of being older. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I actually experienced for the time a terrible loss for reacting over being called a nigga. I used to be in military school, and it was one of the few times in my life that I was actually enjoying life, bro. And I let this Italian boy call me a nigga, and you know, I beat him with a chair, and so I got kicked out of school, and I've regretted that ever since. I was 17 then. It still bothers me to this day. I know that might sound weird, but it does. Words, bro. I'm already a person that deals with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. So me personally, I have to get to a point where I don't allow words to get to me like that. But that's just been one of them that I got over so far, because I feel like if that's what you got, especially from a white person, like that's the best you could do is nigga. Like that's crazy to me. And I take your car. So I'm not really worried about what you're saying as far as calling me on my name.
Let me address this dude real quick. So you saying words don't bother you, right? So when
No,
you
that's
was
not what I said.
No, yeah, you just said it.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. Anyway, my point is this: if words don't bother you, then when I told you that you talk too much, you mentioned my mother. Now,
Right.
anybody with the IQ under 80 knows that those are fighting words.
Absolutely.
How did you know that didn't bother me? You talking about my mother.
I was trying to bother you.
You was trying to bother me?
Absolutely.
So if I was trying to knock your teeth down your throat, would I be wrong?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So I say that to say this.
Confused.
Don't ever talk about anybody up here or my mother again. That's all I gotta say.
Wait, is that a threat?
Hold on, man. Why do we bring other show beefs over here, though, man? We shouldn't be doing that bullshit.
Well, no, it happened over here. That's why he's addressing it over here.
Okay. Well, I'm staying down. My bad.
But
It
real
did?
quick.
When did that happen?
Yeah, absolutely. When Angry Man was up here the other day.
So just to be clear,
Wait,
words definitely hurt the misogynist.
They hurt everybody up in this bitch.
Absolutely.
Even Bean said that's why he said he's working on it. He's cognizant of it because of some of the other stressors he has on.
You know what? Words. That's why I'm like, words don't really.
Trigger, please. I need.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if I was.
The do rag barely fits, so I know you need the time.
What's your cash out? See, this is what I'm saying. Somehow, Hemp. I said the same words I said. Somehow, Hemp heard me say that words bother me, and I'm trying to deal with that. But somehow, he heard me say that words don't bother me. How do you explain that? We all on the same panel.
Well, I think to be fair, based on what Misogynist brought up, if that was on this show, maybe Monday, I think when I stepped away, he had a presupposition.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it was. So thank you for that. This is something else I'll be able to use, because I tell people you have to understand how communication works, right? So obviously, when he just approached me because of the fact, whatever trigger. He approached me because he felt some kind of way about me saying his mom, right? But this is the thing. He didn't think at all that what he said to me should have mattered. Now, why do you get to draw the line in the sand for me on what gets to bother me?
Because I was addressing you and your
Absolutely.
your tendencies to come on other panels and kind of just like, become a parasite, take it over. So that's the reason why I said that you talk too much. But my mother has no bearing on what I said to you. So you did that intentionally to try to get under my skin. So again, if because the thing is, like I said, those are fighting words. That's a universal fighting word. Talking about my mother, you put somebody in it that didn't belong in it.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you something. Do you think if you and I, like, let's just say you was visiting Chicago, you saw me standing at the lake and you walked up to me and said, yo, you talk too much. You think those is fighting words where I'm from?
I don't care where you from, bro. Like,
okay, so why do you think I should care? Wait, so let's have a genuine conversation.
You mentioned my mother, bro.
Absolutely. So I'm saying, why do you think I should care about how you feel about that in a moment when you didn't care about how I felt?
You didn't have to mention my mother. You could have said something about me, and I would have laughed at you. You could have said something about me. I would have laughed at you.
Absolutely, but you didn't have to tell me that I talk too much. You see what I'm saying? What I'm trying to relay, brother, is that as for some reason, as men, specifically on the internet, we think that we have a right to dictate to other people what they can and cannot.
You wouldn't
be
have said that shit if it wasn't me, bro. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You wouldn't have said that about anybody else on this panel. That's the point that I'm making.
Trigger, do you believe that about me?
You wouldn't have said your mother to any other man on this panel, but you see me as an easy target. I'm come up here to tell you that I'm not.
You don't know me, do you? You said you know me, but you obviously.
I never said I knew.
This conversation is proving my point. This conversation is proving.
Yes, it is.
My
It's proving
point.
Gunny's point. This is unnecessary. It's ridiculous.
No. Well, so what the thing about it?
If you from Chicago, bro, what the fuck does that mean to me? That doesn't make you tough or all
right,
of us,
so
bro. You just from Chicago.
all right, let's
Bro, y'all let that go. Y'all let that go.
Let's let that die for right now. I think the point, my overarching point, nigger was one of the things. What I'm saying is our principles are lost in our fucking pockets, and I'm tired of it. And we want to hold women to some standard, but we pussified ourselves because of money, because of cancel culture, and now women ain't respecting us because we letting people do things like call us nigger in front of our family. And that shit supposed to be cool because I'm gonna get them back later, like I'm fucking Steven Seagal. And I'm just like, you gotta set precedent and examples. We don't have no precedent or examples. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out like how we want to talk all this shit to women, and we letting disrespect slide because we got a little bit of money. That's the only part, and because we scared of jail.
Absolutely.
Y'all scared. Y'all never even been in jail.
We have to
like
prioritize.
Hold on, Gunny. You can jump in. Let me just finish this monologue. Y'all never even been in jail. It ain't the worst fucking place in the world. I mean, it's not fun.
I'm not going. I'm good. My dad gives enough time for
You
me
could
and
do
all
a little.
that.
You could do a little time for your name. That's all. I mean, I'm joking, but
You had me scared for a minute. I'm like,
they was looking like hit wilding. God damn, that shit does suck, bro. The worst thing about it is the strip searches, man.
Absolutely. On God.
You know, there's also two. We got to understand that there, like I said, two facets to this. My wife would be disappointed if I hauled off and went to jail.
Absolutely.
And left her alone to raise the kids.
And she'd be tight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she'd be tight. Nah, she'd be tight. But I'm just trying to figure out, fellas, where do we stand with this shit? Women are challenging us. Are challenging us. They can talk to us any kind of way. And I'm just trying to figure out, there's more than just money going 50-50 partnership. I'm thinking brawn has to matter again. Like brawn doesn't matter in this world anymore. You know what I'm saying? But amongst men, generally the biggest, baddest motherfucker can say the most shit. But women treating us like they can stand with us. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, yo, they don't understand the danger. But then if we keep letting shit slide around them, why would they not just follow suit? That's what I'm trying to understand. You feel me?